Hello everybody and welcome to Park Golf TV episode 15. We're back in the bunker again. Luke and I clearly were never took to the beach as kids, so we're spending a bit more time in the sun this week. When you go into a bunker, this is you may not be aware of, depending on what type of level of player you are. Beginners certainly won't be aware of some of these rules, but we just thought we'd show you what's legal in golf and what isn't, and clear up some issues people may have. So we're in a bunker here by our third green, and it's got typical sort of bunker features you find at this sort of year. It's a bit of water in it, and Luke's going to run us through the rules we can expect to have to play to. So over to Luke.
Okay guys, first rule we'll look at, because you'll come across this a lot this time of year, is when you get to the bunker and you find yourself in the water. So we're going to show you what to, basically tell you what the rule is if you find your ball in this situation. So obviously you're not going to play it from there, so what we have to do is we have to find our nearest point where there's no water, so without going closer to the hole. So I can't drop it, because the flag's this side, I can't drop it there, that's obviously closer to the hole. I've got to find an area in the bunker where there's no water, and I'm not close to the hole. So from there, this is the unfair bit, is we have to drop it from shoulder height, which means the ball's going to plug. It's unfortunate, but we can't start cheating and try and drop it from this height so it doesn't plug. So shoulder height, nearest point of relief, no nearer the hole, and we drop. And so see the ball's plugged straight there. Makes the shot much tougher for me, but sadly it's bunkers are meant to be a hazard and we get punished for it. Okay, so the next one is we have to imagine if the whole bunker's filled with water. You wouldn't think this happens often, but there's a very popular course and very high standard golf course in Llannerch. Their bunkers, when it rains, they fill completely to the top. There is a lot of their traps. There is not anywhere to drop the ball. So what do we do then? Well, that's where it gets a little bit unfair, because obviously if there's nowhere to drop the ball in the bunker, we then have to drop it outside, but that then means it's a penalty shot. So it's the same again. We have to find our nearest point no nearer the hole outside the bunker, and again we have to drop it shoulder height. Whenever we take a drop, it always has to be shoulder height. You see a lot of people dropping it from down here again. That's breaking the rules, really, shouldn't be allowed. But yeah, so if the bunker's full of water, sadly, we have to drop it outside. Your local club might change the rules if the bunkers are, renowned for filling completely up. They might put a rule in that you get a free drop out, but generally, unless there's that local rule, it'll be a penalty of one shot. Okay, going to quickly mention the most basic rule in bunkers that you must know, and that is when we're playing the shot, that we cannot, with our club head, touch the sand until we're hitting the actual shot itself. So we can't rest the club on the sand when we're setting up to the golf shot, and we certainly can't brush the sand on the way back on our backswing. We can only take sand and touch the sand as we're coming down into impact. And again, so the other rule is, you have to remember, is if I've hit a bunker shot and it's not come out the bunker, and then I still can't ground my club, the same rule applies yet again. We can't touch the sand, we can't brush it on the way back, we have to hover the club just above or just behind the ball, whatever you feel comfortable with, but you can't touch the sand until the moment sort of impact. Okay, so now I'm in the entire bunker. I've got to my ball, and this is the lie I found myself with. So what do we do from here? Okay, so I have to pay close attention. If I try and move this stick and my ball's going to move, I can't touch it, because that's going to be a penalty. So sadly now, I've got to try and attempt to play that shot or take a drop away from that stick because my ball's going to move. If my ball was there, and I know for a fact that it's not going to move the ball, I can happily move that stick away. But if that's right against the stick and I start to move and the ball's rolling, I've got to stop, because that's going to be a penalty. So it's one of those unlucky, unfortunate rules in the game. There's plenty of them. I'm sure when you play the game, again, when you play more seriously, you'll come across these rules. There's a lot that kind of don't really do you any favours. Okay, so we try to cover a few of the basic and most common situations you'll find yourself when you end up in a bunker. But more importantly, the most things to remember the things to remember the most is once you've been in the bunker and played a shot, remember to rake it. So the chap behind you isn't facing a lie from one of your big footprints, because no one likes to play out of those. So always remember to rake the bunker and leave it ready for the next guy behind you.
Okay, so that's it for this week. Hope you understand a bit more about the etiquette of what happens when you end up in a bunker, and maybe even give you one up on your friends who are trying to perhaps cheat their way out of a bunker. So hopefully it's either cost you, well not cost you, but hopefully it's gained you a couple of shots in that respect. If there's any rules you're not sure on or want cleared up, then just comment in the box below and ask away, and we'll get them covered for you. But that's all for this week. We'll see you next week.